Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Spike Chunsoft had released one of the greatest anime games of all time, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, with one of the greatest and biggest rosters we've ever seen come to an anime game before. But what will be the fate of every other anime game that's come before it? Will they all perish in comparison? Or will they come back hitting harder than ever? Let's find out now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, you already know I had to hit with the classic Dragon Ball intro, but I'm feeling a little sick. I'm sorry if I sound a little off, but we have a lot to talk about actually, so let's get straight into it. I just want to basically talk about how I think Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is going to be affecting all these other games because it's going to have some kind of effect. I mean, this is the biggest anime game of all time. And I'm not trying to over exaggerate. It really is. It has an amazing big roster. It's got insane animation. It's got a bunch of different things you can do, different game modes, unlockables, a crazy new concept for a story. It really has everything that people have been wanting from anime games. Like they want a new unique story. They didn't want just Dragon Ball, fight Raditz, fight Frieza, go through it normally like we've been doing prior. But now in this game, it's all what if. You have different routes to go on. That's a fire concept for a story already. So people are going to want to buy it for that. There's going to be a bunch of different other things. Competitive is going to go crazy because people are already making memes about it. Everybody's making jokes about how, all right, catch me in Sparking Zero. We're going to catch you in Sparking Zero just for that. So it has a lot of hype and it really sets a new bar for anime games. So I want to just talk about all the major anime games now and discuss how I think they're going to be affected by this. So let's talk about the most recent one that I talked about on the channel, Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash. So it did receive a nice little comeback, and I'm going to be very nice here. I did like Miwa coming to the game. The new arcade mode was pretty fun, and the online is pretty great. So I'm not going to completely hate on it. I think it's going to be, good for a little while. Mechamaru is still coming in a free update, so that's really sick. It gives us another reason to play the game. The Shibuya DLC is still coming in the future, so I mean, that's a little hype to see who we're going to get, the new different characters we're going to get. But I don't think it's going to be that long lasting. I feel like maybe a few months after we get Shibuya, it'll be still a little bit hyped, but it's going to die after that. I don't see it being a prolonged thing like Sparking Zero is going to be. But still, great things to come from Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, and I do think it made a pretty nice comeback. Getting into another game, we have One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. So, I think this game's done with, I'm going to be honest. We did get a surprise comeback of DLC. We got the stuff with Uta. We got the stuff with Gear 5. And then we got the Roger DLC. So that was all good, needed stuff, pretty hyped up stuff there. But I feel like the game should just, die out properly. So that way we can get a part 5, a Pirate Warriors 5. And I think I would like it to be after Elbaf. And I know Elbaf literally just started in the manga. And I'd like it to be after that, just because we already know this arc is going to be hype. There's definitely going to be a lot of fights. There's going to be some major things happening. Egghead was already crazy. To see that being adapted into a game, I think we have a really good concept for a Pirate Warriors game. So, yeah, definitely. And then Gear 5 as the poster boy would go crazy. The next game that I think has the most potential to be on par with Sparking Zero, we have Storm Connections. So, I'm going to give it its props. It released a really good season pass. It came with amazing costumes. And every character was pretty essential and made a lot of sense. Like Kurenai, everybody wanted her for the longest time. Hagoromo was a surprise, but of course we need the Sage of the Six Paths. Like, come on. The other characters that we got, like the Boruto characters, were cool. They could have been base game, but they were cool to get. So, and then if they do decide to make more DLC for this game, like another season pass, like I've talked about in previous videos, I think it still has the potential to be up there with Sparking Zero because, maybe people want to switch up and play some Naruto content. And Storm Connections is the best game to do that in. So I feel like it's still going to compete a little bit if they're making DLC. And that's, a maybe because we haven't got anything confirmed yet. So I think Storm Connections does have a chance when it comes to, surviving the great Zero Mortal plan of Sparking Zero. Another game that I think will be, a risk, just destroyed, you know, Shinobi Striker. And I know I've hated on this game for so long, but I really think it's time to put this game to rest because what are we doing here? That last DLC of Shisui, Globku even said that was one of the worst DLCs they ever released. It was very lazy. It was basically a carbon copy of the first DLC with a different concept. But bro, Shisui perfected, like, what even is that? You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know. It seemed kind of fan made if it did happen in the anime, cool. But like, what are we doing here? You have all these other hyped up. You don't even have Shino or Kiba playable in the game, and you're releasing Shisui perfected Susanoo. So I feel like they're definitely not utilizing proper DLC, and they're really milking this game. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but they are, and it's really just it's really boring. I'm sorry, but we got the same events that we do over and over and over again for minor rewards. It's time to put this to rest. People aren't going to be spending thousands of hours on Shinobi Striker anymore because there's just no point in it. We're going to, spend your time grinding on Sparking Zero or any of these other games. And I think a cool game to grind on would be Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 because actually today we got one of the most insane trailers and I was actually surprised because I had in the back of my mind the whole time Sparking Zero was coming out. All right, Xenoverse 2, what are you doing? You got to release DLC. What are you doing? Because, they promised us this four season pass thing of different stories with different chapters, right? This 4-chapter season. And we got season 1. Season 1 was good. I'm going to just say the highlight of it was, Z Broly. But bro, Videl Super and Android 18s, like they were really minor. They were just, it felt weird to get those characters. They were kind of lazy. And then of course the reskins of Goku Black and Vegeta, I know people were saying, "Oh, that's a cool unique concept." But it's lazy to me. I don't want to hate on it, but it was. But Z Broly kind of made the whole thing. So with this, we already got basically confirmed that we're going to be getting Belmod. And Belmod has never even been playable in a Dragon Ball game. Maybe Dokkan and, Legends, but bro, come on, like Belmod in a Dragon Ball fighting game. We didn't even have him in Sparking Zero. Or Champa's not even in Sparking Zero, but Belmod is somebody we've never even had playable before, so it's definitely going to draw fans in when it comes to that. And the story animation always looks really good. I think they have a good thing going on with Jiren getting possessed by Fu, and then Goku, being a villain to Universe 11. It's a really good story, so I'm really excited to play for that. And I think it's going to be good. It's going to be something to take a break from Sparking Zero a little bit, between chapters as they release, and they're good stories. Just, it's not a game I'm going to grind on 24/7 because it does get boring, and it's, mainly just competitive. But, if you want competitive, just play Sparking Zero. But I feel like this is really good content we're getting. And we're going to get a couple more characters, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Bergamo, some fighters from Universe 11, like Casserole and that one girl. We could see a lot of different things. So I'm really glad that Xenoverse 2 is utilizing, different characters that aren't in Sparking Zero to make people hype for the game. So that I think Xenoverse 2 is doing pretty well with that. As a comeback. I was just really worried, like, what are you doing? You're waiting for Sparking Zero to release, But they did it in a very good way. For My Hero Ultra Rumble, it is a decent game. It's just a My Hero Fortnite, basically. And I made a video a few days ago talking about the well, not even, I've showed you my defeat with the gotcha system. I really tried to get the new unit Hawks, the new character, and I got played. I really did. I got the costume for him instead of him, so now I got to play with, it's just a daily login thing, now that I got to do it because Hawks is just so good in that game just from the one match that I played. But, otherwise, I think they did really good with this season with the first anniversary, giving us a lot of rewards, a lot of options, a lot of content, So I feel like they have a lot of things to work with. Like all the characters and different DLCs that they can add to this game. It's not really DLC, but you still have to pay to get the character. I mean, unfortunately, it's not really free to play. I'm sorry, that's just, especially with the horrible gotcha system. But they have a lot of different possibilities for different characters in the game. They have a lot of options. So I'm really hyped to see what they do. I know all the major characters that got leaked already. So even after that, I'm really interested to see what they'll bring. So yeah, but that's basically all the major anime games that are live right now and what they're going to be doing in the future. We have some fatalities already, but let's go into the future games, the games that are going to be coming out after Sparking Zero, and let's see if they're going to compete with the big, humongous game. So this is a little bit of a cheat, right? This is a game that's been out already, and it is. You'll see why I'm cheating. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's a Dragon Ball game, so that is kind of cheating because Dragon Ball content is just all the same. Like people are not going to say, going to compare Xenoverse 2 and Sparking Zero because it's all, Dragon Ball content. So, but with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you can't really compare it because it's a story mode game. It's more of an experience. With Sparking Zero, it's a competitive, gameplay thing. But with, Kakarot, it's just an experience. It's an amazing, beautiful story with amazing animation. And they did announce that we're going to be getting future season passes, 2 or 3, which is fair because we have a lot of different content we can cover. Now that we did go into Dragon Ball, we're going into a different series that isn't Z. And then, of course, we went into a little bit of Super with Beerus and Frieza, but they still were Z movies, so I guess that does count. But we stepped into the waters of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball. And we also did get the Bardock and the Trunks, but that's also Dragon Ball Z specials. So I'm really curious to see what we're going to get. Either way, it's going to be amazing story. It's going to look crazy. And it's a really fun experience, whether that's going to be Dragon Ball Super, any Dragon Ball movies, or even Dragon Ball GT, which I would buy that the instant it's, as soon as it's announced, I would buy that instantly. So, I'm looking really forward to this, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is going to compete with Sparking Zero just for the fact that it's Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball Z, and people know Kakarot. Kakarot's known for its stories and amazing animation, so it's not really, this or that kind of game. It's, all right, I'm done beating the crap out of, my brother on Sparking Zero. Let me hop on Kakarot and have a little fun and relax in this beautiful story. So, and now these next 2 games, right? So I'll stop the cheating now. These next 2 games are probably the most hyped anime games coming out that are going to be coming out this year. And I'll start off with Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. So this game's a little tricky because it's basically a Hunter x Hunter version of Fighter Z, which is an amazing, it's an amazing concept. But the problem is, like, we already know all the characters that are coming out, and that's fine, but it's a really small roster. And I understand these games, Fighter Z games, aren't supposed to have that many characters, but it's really small for the amount of characters we have in Hunter x Hunter. And I want to complain and say, oh, that's crazy, that's, weird. But at the same time, it makes sense because I'm not going to complain about more Hunter x Hunter content. I'm not. If we have like a year's worth of highlighting these characters, more characters being added to this game, and the trailers, even maybe manga content, I would really like that. And people who love Hunter x Hunter are going to be interested in that. So I think this game does have a chance against Sparking Zero, but like I said, it really set a bar for, anime game rosters, and I did make a video on that. You can check that out on my channel. But it did set a new boundary for rosters in anime games. Like, Storm Connections, I wanted to bring this up, but I didn't want to hate. But when you look at, like, there's a lot of characters with the same moves and just, a different skin that they could have easily just made a different skin. Like, all the Boruto versions of, the Konoha 11, what are you doing, bro? It's the same exact character. Why does he have a character slot, You could just change the move and change the costume like they did in Storm 4. But they're trying to just make the roster seem bigger, which I look down upon that. That looks really weird to me. But I think Hunter x Hunter and Impact's gonna, it's gonna compete pretty well. And of course, everybody loves Hunter x Hunter. Get ready to smile again, everyone. But now for this next game. This game is gonna definitely, shake up the anime gaming world. Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So we actually did get a new trailer for this game today, which is the Ichigo versus Yukiora trailer, where we got to see a bit of the story mode and the awakenings. It looks absolutely insane. It's really good animation, and of course it's nostalgic because we never really got a game like this. It's going to be basically a Bleach version of the Storm series, I don't think they're going to have different parts, maybe, with Thousand Year Blood War and the Hell Arc and all that. But I feel like they could save that. That's, solid, of course, make that DLC. So if this is going to be the one big Bleach game that we get, it already looks like it's going to be, a really, really good game. We're getting character trailers. We're filling up that roster a little bit. The only hope that I have for this game is that we have a nice sized roster. Because like Sparking Zero, it's setting a new boundary. So we need a bigger roster to keep things interesting. And it can be a very good, competitive, fun game if it has a decent sized roster. DLC, they don't have to worry about saving characters for DLC because we have Thousand Year Blood War. We have the Hell Arc. We have the movies and stuff. So they have a lot of good things they can do for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So, with all of this, we can see that, there's going to be a little bit of death to anime games, but I feel like things are going to be fine because I'm going to be honest, I don't think everyone's going to, go crazy. All right, I have to play Sparking Zero, screw every other game that's ever come out. I think people are still going to play the other games. I'm just talking about, I feel like some of the games need to stay relevant and have great, amazing things that match the hype of Sparking Zero. Because when there's been a thing recently between anime gaming YouTubers, I'm not really included on that because I'm not a big shot yet, but I know people are kind of complaining over the different content, like just people making content of Sparking Zero, and it's going to be a bit of a war because people are going to be fighting for, like, this game is unbelievably big. Everybody wants to play it, and it's going to be hard to get views and attention for this game because, all right, we have all the big YouTubers making videos on it. Okay, fine. We have all the small YouTubers making videos on it. We have all the TikTokers on live and YouTubers on live playing the game. But also, like, who's going to be really watching? Like, just play the game, So I'm not really, if I'm not making too many videos on Sparking Zero, it's because I'd rather fight you in Sparking Zero than watch you play Sparking Zero, But anyways, guys, that was the video. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about all these games? Which one's your favorite? I'm really curious about that because my personal favorite, Sparking Zero is probably going to be everyone's favorite. But I did really enjoy Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I'm really excited to see what we're going to be getting from that in the future. I'm also insanely excited for Hunter x Hunter and Impact because it's one of my favorite shows, Hunter x Hunter. I love it. I'm excited for new content. We did see in the little, opener that they released that Hisoka and Chrollo were actually at the end of it. Oh my god, bro. That I was screaming when I seen that just cuz we never got that animated. But yeah, guys, it's been SJ Benj. Peace.